Hello cosplay world, we're back, and as I said, we're going to be doing the gloves. And this might take 2 or 3 videos because it's a little bit more complicated than just a mask like the last one. I'm hoping to cut down to as few number of videos as I can. Alright, so what we have here is a basic glove. I like to work with the glove. If you start with a leather one and one you make yourself, that's fine, but this is what I have on hand, so that's what I'm going to work with. Alright, you also know I have some Wonderflex scraps here. Here I have some actually old claws from a cosplay called a Dremelec from Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, we did a Dremelec, and it was stolen. It was pretty awesome, and it was stolen, and roar, and all that stuff. If you look up a Dremelec, and you could see that it was a really good cosplay, I'm kind of angry that it was stolen. I mean, if you look up what a Dremelec looks like. Anyway, now that rambling's off, here I have a pile of the new smooth Wonderflex, and this is the old Wonderflex with the scrim on both sides. Hopefully, I can get this up to the camera, you can see the difference here. There's still a scrim on one side, but this has it in both. This stuff, the even older version is this stuff here. This is like a way back in the day, and this is I keep this around because this is way stronger. Like, it's much thicker. It's like 2 millimeters. This is 1 millimeter. Oh, well. Makes a bit of a difference here. Anyway, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna be mounting this plate here and some of these strips to the glove, like so. You can see that it's not really very smooth, but that's fine because it's going to be underneath the main decorative bits. This is only to mount it. You can do it in sections where it doesn't necessarily have to be attached in one strip. It could be one for each digit, but I'm going to give this a shot. This is me experimenting, seeing how it looks with just one strip. I have in the past always done it with sections. So let's get into it. Oh yeah. This technique can also be done with 1 millimeter PVC or even the thicker 3 millimeter PVC, but it gets harder. And any kind of anything that can be kind of you can put a hole in and sew it on. So let's get on into it. Alright, so I got the glove on. Wait, what is this? This is left hand. Okay, so I want to put it in my other hand. Sorry. This is alright. Yeah, you want to keep that in mind. So, alright. Now, none of this is going to be. This is just what's being attached to the glove. And the reason why I'm using Wonderflex for demonstration purposes is that it sticks to porous materials like fabric. It doesn't stick really terribly well, like it won't permanently hold it on, so we'll get into fixing that. But with PVC you can thermoform it, but it won't actually stick on, like this will. So, for the purposes of making these videos for the instructional, I think that Wonderflex is a better choice. So, yeah, if you want a more rigid kind of armor, I would go with the some other material. I'm only suggesting PVC sheeting, but oh well. So yeah, this is being I got the nice thick glove on. This is not that hot either because it's Wonderflex. Doesn't need that much heat, but it is warm. So you definitely want to be careful when you're doing this. You don't want to burn yourself, of course. But you can see it sticks slightly to the glove, to the fabric. So that's kind of useful. And then next we're going to go start attaching these on, like so. Alright, is this, let me just double check. Alright, I'll use this index finger. Remember to eat both sides. Now even the old Wonderflex, which is not very pretty, can be used here because it won't be showing. So awesome. It will not be showing. Alright, so I want it to be about the the length of my finger. Now you don't want it perfectly straight. You don't want it clinched in a fist. You want it like that, the standard kind of doll pose. You know, like this. How's that? Yeah, you want it slightly bent because you want to give it wiggle room to go up and down when you're done with this. If you're doing this sectionally, this is not a problem, but because I'm doing it as one continuous piece, that is an issue. Oh well. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into fast forward, and I'm going to attach the rest, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to permanently attach these on so they will not go anywhere, okay? I hope you enjoy the music. You know the spiel. Let's do this. Fast forward. Okay, we're back, and this is an example of a glove that we made here. This is a Dremelic. You see how these match up? What we did here is we had them scrim. These are the old version. We like the new smooth Wonderflex a whole ton better, so we're like, nope, we're gonna toss these away. We're gonna use these ones. So this was done with the same exact technique we have here, except we did it in sections. Unfortunately, I can't really. It doesn't. We didn't. You can't see it because we stuck it on really well. Can't even. Oh, here's some hot glue. Oh, must have hot glued a spot here. Oh well, but it's hard to see the jointing. We did it like this, but there were sections. You can clearly see that they're not like one continuous piece. Oh well, get the dust off of this. So. Hopefully ours will look similar but with a different design. Oh well. While the camera was not going, I sewed these up really nice. And I've only got just a little bit to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my heat gun on here, nice and loud, and I'm gonna heat this needle up. Now you want a big, thick leather needle, whether it be curved or straight or whatever, what have you. You're going to heat up the tip. You don't need to heat up the whole thing, just the tip, okay guys? And be careful because it does get hot. And what we're doing here is we're using it, you're heating it up, using it to punch through the Wonderflex. This works as well for the 1mm, but the 3mm you need to drill small holes in to put the plates on. I would use the 1mm and the 3mm for heavier armor, like big old, thick, yeah, more massive kind of armor, but this is lighter armor, so it's not really needed. What else is there? So I'm punching through. You have to heat it up every once in a while. Yeah, here's me getting distracted. But the punch through every once in a while. And I'm only catching about a quarter or eighth of an inch of fabric. That's all you really need. And I'm sewing about a quarter-inch loops. You could easily get away with, say, half-inch loops. But I'm just making sure these are stuck on pretty well. Yeah. It should be okay. Now, we're going to be layering this. So none of this is in my video visible that I want to say again. Awesome. And I've been sewing them up. I always sew up every about a third of an inch, 3 inches. So that in case one of the strings, it's hot. Yeah, careful guys. If one of the strings is severed or it gets old and worn away, only a section of the glove will be damaged, so you can more easily repair it, instead of losing a whole side of your glove. Also, I sewed up at the tips and the backs as well, just because those tend to wear out more. Alright, and one more and that should do the job. Okay. I'm going to knock this up. Okay. Make sure. And because it's the one at the very end, I'm heating this up again. I'm going to go through and go around the corner and do another knot. You want to go around the corner because you don't want it to rip off. And see it, I just think it reinforces a bit better if you go around the corner. I don't know if there's scientific fact behind that. I just, in my experience, going around the corner makes it a bit stronger. Okay, and I'm also going through the old knot and tying the new knot into the old knot. Alright, there we go. I don't need this anymore. Or at least for this glove anyway. Now I have nice strong nylon thread. Oh yeah, one more thing. When you're sewing in, I use the old version of the Wonderflex because it has 2 sets of scrim. It has scrim on both sides, so it's stronger. And with it's like sewing through fabric. If you got really thin, light fabric, your sewing will pull out more easily. But if you have a nice, thick, heavy fabric, it's less likely to happen. So bear that in mind when you're using the new stuff. You may have to go a little deeper than I did because I only had to go in about 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch. But if you're using the old stuff, you should be fine with how I did it. Also, you can. I don't see any reason why you can't sew down the center of the Wonderflex, except that it's slightly harder to go in and out. I just did the sides because it's way easier to do that. All right, so there we go. Now, if you look, I didn't sew up these sides. It's one, and also one here on the thumb. It's so that I have a little wiggle room. When I'm jointing. Also because in these spots, it's not going to really separate too much from the glove anyway. See how it only the fabric will stretch. So that's not a big deal. Now you can see this Wonderflex is nice and flexible. I don't have a real big problem with that or anything. And now I can just take these off without worrying about damaging this work. Okay, there we go. Now, next is layering. So I was thinking of taking some of these bits and do some decorative layering, but no, I'm probably going to end up cutting custom design pieces for each joint. You can, when you're using other materials, to glue PVC to PVC, you want to use the Weld-On 78 or its equivalent. When you're welding or gluing acrylic to acrylic, you want to use Weld-On number 3. And if you're doing acrylic to PVC, Weld-On number 3. Let me see. Let's say you're sticking Wonderflex to PVC. Super glue is what you want. Super glue works on both surfaces. Your other Weld-On and these containers won't glue it together. It won't work. It has to be plastic to plastic for those to work. But with these, super glue is what I go with. Now, what we're doing in this glove is Wonderflex to Wonderflex, in which case you don't need any adhesives whatsoever. Wonderflex sticks well enough to itself. Oh well, I guess we're going to go into the design. I guess I can cut out some fingertips. And what kind of fingertips do I want? Do I want rounded? I want tipped? I want what? I don't know. Let me see. I guess I'll go with claws. And for claws, what I'm going to do is a basic triangular pattern. Okay, and they'll be about yay long. They're not going to be huge claws like these. And these are pretty large claws. Okay, so I'm just going to cut some triangles out here. And you want them pretty wide because I got to wrap around. This is not going to be a claw. This is just extra. Because I want them to wrap around the whole finger. There we go. And there we go. I think the thumb's probably going to have to be done all by itself as well because it's a much wider wrapping. So 4 is fine, I guess, for this. So I'm going to arrange these by finger size. So index, middle, ring finger, and pinky. There we are. And I need some kind of design for them too, so what shall we do? Do I want to... Aha, I bet I can do a whip back pattern on this back edge. No, wait. Oh, 1 second. Phone. Well, that was a pretty bad transition right there now, wasn't it? Yeah, memory ran out in the camera, so not a whole lot of good that is. Anyway, so what I've got here are these plates added on. What they are here, this piece, then layered this piece, then this piece, and then a bunch of these little triangles here, here, here along this ridge on the knuckle. I just cut little slits in them like we normally do here. See, like this. Okay. Anyway, it still keeps. I'm very happy. Also, the other reason why I didn't go into like fast forward, try to fix it while I noticed it, was I wanted to test it out and make sure it works before I showed you guys. So I was confident in what it looks, how it works. And yeah, it's fine. It's what is it? It's not. It does take a little bit of effort to close my hands, but because Wonderflex isn't all that difficult to manipulate, it's not a problem. So there we go. Take this baby off. Alright, so what we have here is the finger pieces, and I didn't cut this one out, so I guess I'll cut this one out right now. So it's the same whip back pattern that we've been using this entire project. So you guys should be familiar with it if you're watching these back to back to back. If you're not, I'll show it to you right now. So let's heat this baby up. This is for the middle of the finger. This is for the tip. One thing I would also like to mention about these gloves is that they're not nearly as claw-like as the other gloves here I have. This is because I want to actually be able to use these gloves. I want to, be able to pick things up and walk around easily and safely. With these gloves, it's really hard because you have long nails on the end. I'm pretty sure ladies who have ridiculously long fingernails know what I mean. You lose dexterity when you have stuff like that going on. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna whip these over the edge, creating this it kind of looks fire here, so it's kind of cool, I think. And I'm gonna heat it up and leave it like this. I'm probably gonna have to go and make sure that it doesn't flatten out over time. And yeah, see these are, I have to make sure these don't flatten out. Alright, let me do the index finger, and the index finger is different because this has got to be a point. Alright, now when you're doing this, if I have a nice pointed, like a claw or something, I use Wonderflex almost every time. This is because it can take damage. It's pretty flexible as well. Yeah. So if it were made of PVC or say acrylic or whatever, that's a really rigid material, there's a good chance it would eventually throughout the day like snap on something, and that's no good. I don't want my nails. I don't want to break a nail. Oh my God, I said that. Okay. So see how this flattened a little bit? I have to check it again. Blow on it. Oh, I don't want to lose this needle. That is a big needle, so I'll put it up there and make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Now imagine this is a claw, right? And it bangs up against stuff all day. Alright, there we go. It deforms, and then eventually, flies off, way off in the distance. That was funny, yeah. Yeah, you lose a nail that way. That's what happens at cons. So that's why I don't use it for toe claws or finger claws. Yeah, that thing really went all the way across the room. And if that were to hit somebody, that would not be good. I'm pretty sure they would not be happy about being hit by that. Alright, so here we have our thumb pieces here, and they're slightly differently shaped. Yeah. Let me just put these. And what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to heat up these pieces. Right now I'm going to heat up the Wonderflex in the glove very carefully as not to burn it and not to damage what I already have down. Oh, wait. I forgot. Yeah, we need a triangle. Like these triangles on the knuckle, we need one more triangle on the thumb as well. So, it's just like it's pretty much just a triangle here. Nothing very special about it. And I go this way. Or no, I'll go this way. So, my kitty's off in the background doing stuff. Don't mind her. Don't worry about it. We make stuff all the time in this house. So there we go. That's a good transition piece from this big plate to the finger piece. Alright, let me reheat this up for a second. Okay, that's probably all it's going to need. And I'm going to layer this over it like so. Okay. Now I'm probably going to end up fiddling with it quite a bit to make sure that it kind of is organic and it isn't flat and is the way I want it to until it completely hardens. Like these I'm still kind of fiddling with. I want them to not be flat, so I'm shaping them here. So there we go. And these ones I've been fiddling with forever just to make sure they bend up and look nice. Alright. So, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. And what I'm doing is I'm pressing this Wonderflex on the bottom into the shape of the piece on top, so it fits really well. And I'm trying to smooth this edge over as best I can. Alright, that should do it. Last thing to do is heat up this tip of my finger up. And we don't want to put too much heat on it. We don't want any of these stitches to weaken or come out. That would not be good at all. And there we go. Place it right over it and press that Wonderflex into place. Now, the only thing to do is to cool and watch it and make sure that the jointing is okay, because we don't want these, if they stick down, it could make it more difficult to move this hand. Yeah. And I guess the thumb I'm going to incorporate. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to incorporate this piece into the thumb joint. It's already stuck really good there. Oh well. So there's pretty much our glove. If these harden up. Yeah, they're good and hard. You know what? I'm going to finish the vid by adding these pieces on the index finger, and then I'm going to paint the gloves and I guess the boots together in the next vid, or the vid after that. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, because the boots might be a bit of work. We'll see. Alright, so carefully not to disturb the other Wonderflex in place. Okay, quickly. Layer it over. Okay. Pressing it up into this shape I've made here. Don't let them touch, don't let these touch, don't let them touch. Okay, there we are. Simple enough. One more time. This is the last time. This will be it. Okay, there we go. Okay, smushing this piece into the Wonderflex to make sure it's bonded really well. Oh wow, this is hardening, but okay, I'm going to make that claw shape here at the tip. Come on. Okay, please still be malleable. Okay, there we go. Alright, there we are. Oop, looks like the tip of this nail needs straightening out a bit. There we go. Okay. There we are. Okay, this is our glove. Actually, you know what? I'm going to end the vid. Let's see what it looks like with it on. I can put this on now. Delete it. Alright, this needs to be stuck down a little bit better, so a little bit of heat. I'm going to fix this edge too. This edge is frayed, so let's fix that edge. Okay, and let's see what it looks like with the gauntlet on it. You guys remember this gauntlet? This is like the first piece we made. I want to make sure it matches. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool, huh? Alright, yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Oh well, thanks guys for watching. This has been Knives. We will be back whenever I can to continue work on this project. Thanks for watching, guys. Good time to all.